morning, everyone. And I have to say I'm really touched and honored by this moment because this is something we have been waiting for a very, very long time. We have a massive representation from 24 countries, and I would like to ask actually Norwegians to raise their hands, because I think that, there you see, 25 people from Norway, just to indicate that Norway would very much like to be one of the leading countries proving that a technology career for girls is absolutely a must in the digital age. The reason why we wanted to start with a new tradition is Europe, is that actually European Center for Women and Technology believes that it's not enough to have one day, International Women's Day, or one day like Girls in ICT Day, when we say that this is going on and do what you can. We believe that the day we have today is actually proving that with the massive support of the corporate world and the sponsors we have with us today, we have a possibility to bring about a major change also in Europe. This is the tradition we are trying to launch, and I would once again like to thank all of our sponsors for enabling us and making this day possible today.
Dear representatives of the European Parliament and the European Commission, Commercial Counselor of the US Embassy, representatives of ITU, IG, EESC, leading representatives of global tech and communication industry, and above all, young female tech talents from around Europe. Good morning, everybody. Allow me to give all of you a warm welcome to our Proximus Lounge, unfortunately, in a cold and rainy Brussels. It's an honor for Proximus to host this first European celebration of women in computing, organized by the European Center of Women in Technology. With more than 500 registered participants in this two-day event, we clearly understand that getting more women into technology careers is a hot topic of our sector. And looking at the agenda, this celebration event promises to be truly exceptional, with not less than 11 interesting tracks and over 50 workshops. The ICT sector is rapidly growing, creating around 120,000 new jobs every year. Due to differences in demands and skills, and despite soaring unemployment, there may be a lack of around 900,000 skilled ICT workers in 2020. A study on women active in the ICT sector, published by Digital Single Market in 2013, found that allowing more women to enter the digital jobs market can create an annual 9 billion GDP boost in the EU area.
Of course, I'm proud to be an MEP, but I'm even prouder to have a president of Lithuania who's also a woman and has won her second elections and is very proactive in the whole world and leading our country forward, being very brave and showing that a woman president can really be the best president we've ever had. And that's what I'm really proud of, that's what Lithuania stands for. Of course, we don't have enough women in government, we don't have enough women in corporate, we don't have enough women creating things. But there are some unbelievable examples, even in biotech in America. Or in Lithuania, if we look at a girl that I know, Milda, she had an idea for a second-hand shop. And she did it online. It became Vinted and one of the most successful startups ever in Lithuania. It's worth about 200 million euros already. So just a simple girl at school having a dream to open a second-hand shop, where clothes shop, where people can just exchange clothes. And that's easy, right? That's simple, something you can do from home, and can really change many people's lives. Any idea you have, it can really happen. And things don't have to be very complex. It can be biotech, but it can be clothes. It can be cheese or wine. And you can do everything online. That's what technology is all about. Just really have to have confidence. And that's why we need to have confidence for young girls.
I'm pleased to represent Ambassador Gardner this morning, who is a strong advocate for women in technology. And I'm extraordinarily honored to have the opportunity to speak to such an inspiring gathering of women. And I say inspiring because as the Commercial Counselor for European Policy at the United States Mission to the European Union, I'm well aware of the statistics and the obstacles facing women in STEM and especially in computing careers. Seeing so many of you here today prepared to take the next steps in computing careers gives me confidence that the digital economy of the future will overcome today's gender imbalance and provide more opportunity for women and girls. But we have a long way to go to get there. The overall statistics are sobering. In the United States, women make up only 26% of the computing workforce. While women earn the majority of bachelor's degrees, they hold only 12% of computer science degrees. And if you look at how many women hold leadership positions in tech companies and venture capital firms, the numbers are even lower. We can't continue to miss out on half the talent pool. It is no secret that digital entrepreneurism is key to the future of economic growth, both in the United States and in Europe. Not having women fully included in this effort equals, in Europe and the United States alone, 224,000 potential job creators and leaders being left aside. Empowering women in computing careers and helping to build and expand the transatlantic tech ecosystem through support of innovators and entrepreneurs are two essential paths to achieving the growth they are talking about.
The body of evidence collected by our Intel Fellow Genevieve Bell shows that women are the new lead technology adopters. When you look at internet usage, for example, women in Western countries use the internet 17% more every month than their male counterparts. Women are heavy users of mobile phones. They spend more time talking on them, sending text messages, using location-based services. Women are the fastest growing and the largest category of users on Skype and nearly all social networking websites. Women are the vast majority of owners of internet-enabled devices. That whole bundle of technology is now being mostly owned by women. Moreover, women are in control which gadgets younger male and female members of their families get to purchase or even use. So if you want to find out what the future looks like, you should be talking to women. And women at all ages, women at their 40s, 50s, 60s, are the heaviest users of the most popular and the most successful technology on this planet. At Intel, we understand that in order to reach these markets of these lead adopters, we have to have a workforce that includes them into creation of our products. One of the most important things, we need to have men in this conversation as the part of this conversation. So women talking to women about women problem will not get us anywhere. This is business problem. This is clearly business problem. And only working together we can make progress and we can create the future that our children and children of their children really deserve.
I have started back in 1994 to work for SAP. I've done some freelance work before that. And I started actually as a translator, so I have a completely different education that seems to be typical to enter into the workforce at a tech company. At some point in time, I saw people doing stuff, mostly guys, and I thought, well, I can do that too, and I can do it better, right? So there were a lot of things that I could see happening in a growing company with a lot of potential, like SAP. And at some point, I became a consultant, and I was in different areas of the company, and I sort of evolved and learned a lot along the way. And for a girl who said at the age of 15, I'll never do anything with computers, I actually did a lot with computers in the past 20 years. So I think it's really important to see the potential that is out there, and I sort of learned that on my way. I'd like to share this with you because I share this with a lot of people, and people see that these opportunities are out there, but you just have to grab them. So it's really up to you. I've heard that a couple of times today. It's up to you to make the best out of it. As a female entrepreneur or a part of a corporate environment, there's a lot of ways in which you can make your skills become apparent and make the best out of them. SAP has 77,000 employees at the moment, and about 30% of them, like at most tech companies, are women. If you look at the numbers of women in leadership, I think we're at 23.6, if I can be just looking at my SAP colleagues. I'm correct. So 23.6 is a very good number, and SAP is very much pushing for gender equality at the company. So we're doing a lot of different things around skills development, and I'll come back to you around that, around Digital Europe. But we think it's hugely important because we do see the business benefits, as we also hear that from Intel. We see that as a big advantage. There are more women who have strong economic buying power in the future, and not only in retail, not only for clothes or stuff like that, but only really for financial products or for other kind of products, energy, whatever. So women are a very important consumer and also a very important force to reckon with.